presence of the abyss. Oh, he just, this pillar is really just, this pillar is just really messing up this cutscene, chat. All right, we have to do this. All right. Hello, Catherine.
Perfect. It's you two. I have a commission here that has your names written all over it. In fact, I'd even go so far as to say you're the only ones for the job.
The only ones for
Are
the
we?
job? Huh. If our help is really that important, it's probably some Archon class commission, right?
Archon class commission.
The Adventurers Guild doesn't employ that kind of classification system.
What?
In fact, this commission is also probably not nearly as intimidating as what you're expecting. All it asks us to do is to find a missing person.
Is the missing person my brother?
Huh? Then why did you say we were the only ones for the job?
I came across this commission while reviewing our backlog not too long ago.
Our backlog?
It seems simple, but our records indicate that over a dozen successive efforts to complete it have all ended in failure. Despite attempts by several accomplished and renowned
And we're always the
adventurers.
only ones for the job, that is true.
With the reputation of the Adventurers Guild and the performance of the Sumeru branch at stake, it's in our best interest to assign this commission to the adventurer with the highest completion rate over the past few years.
Is that us?
Well, that's us for sure.
Flattery will get you everywhere.
All I'm asking is for you to give it your best shot. If it proves to be beyond your capabilities as well, I'll talk to the commissioner about canceling the commission.
Okay, so who are we looking for? And what is it about this commission that's
I
made
should,
it so
Aragon.
hard to complete?
This commission was jointly issued by the residents of Vimara Village. They say one of their own villagers has gone missing. But the problem is, they don't know the missing person's name. They can only provide information about his general appearance.
Is it?
They're all
Harry
from
Bear's
the
dad?
same village, but they don't even know his name?
Yeah, that's weird.
If so many adventurers have failed to complete this commission, maybe this missing villager doesn't exist at all. Could it be some sort of a prank or something?
Unlikely. Several villagers came by to issue the
Yeah, her
commission,
voice is
and
seemingly
judging by
less
their appearance and tone
less
of voice,
shrill now.
They seemed incredibly sincere. It certainly didn't seem like a joke to them. Besides, putting up a commission requires a processing fee. There aren't many upsides to a prank that costs Mora to carry out. In any case,
Interesting.
it would probably be best to go to Vimara Village and ask around first. The Adventurers Guild does have some information on hand, but I would say anything you can learn directly from the villagers would be far more reliable. The best way to avoid misdirection is to go to the source.
All right then, let's go. I'm starting to get really curious about
Who
this
is
whole
this
thing.
missing person? Bedtime story.
We made it to Vimara Village. Why
Yeah.
don't we talk to some of the villagers to learn a little bit more about the missing guy?
The way she says we made it to
This
Vimara
commission
Village is
really
like we didn't
challenging
just
as Tyler
teleport
made
to
it
a
out to be.
waypoint and then
We're gonna
like
need to carry
instantly
out a
get there.
Very detailed investigation.
Come on now.
Hello there. You looking to buy something? I do business in this area.
Oh, no, we're adventurers.
Ah, so you're here about that then.
Yeah.
You're not the first, that's for sure. We've certainly made a lot of trouble for you all.
So
To
what
be
do you?
honest, we aren't holding out much hope. Many adventurers have made their way out here, confident they'd be
Well,
able
yeah, you
to
don't
help
even
us,
know the
only
person's
to
name,
leave
my
soon after
dude.
with nothing to show for their efforts. We've pretty
It's a
much
little
had it up to
hard.
here in questions, and the area around the village has practically been overturned in search of clues. But no one has been able to make any headway.
So, this person we're looking for, what's his name? Where did he live? Does he have any relatives?
They don't know.
I don't know. I really have no clue. I couldn't tell you.
Then how do you know he's missing?
Okay, guess you are really sick of answering questions.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to sound short with you. I was actually just giving you my answer to your questions. I know it may seem like we don't have anything to offer by way of information, but I promise you, we all have a very strong impression of him. When you live in the
But
same village,
how do you
as
not know his
someone,
name
you
or
develop
anything
a lot
about
of
him?
Memories together, you know. We just don't know the specifics. Maybe we did at one point, but that information is long gone by now.
I'm
At
very
least that's what
confused,
everyone in
dude.
the village seems to think. We've all exchanged what we know.
All right, specifics aside then, what kind of person was he?
Young guy. In his early 20s, probably. Incredibly kind sort of person. Always willing to lend a helping hand.
Bro, it's our brother.
I'd chat with him when I didn't have any customers. I even saw him stick out his neck for others on more than one occasion.
Yeah, come on. Is it our brother?
Very interesting guy, that one.
Now that you've started talking about him, you don't seem nearly as down in the dumps as you did before.
But of course, everyone in the village is
So something
pretty
with
fond of him.
Ermin's soul where he got
We wouldn't have
erased?
issued that commission
Or his name?
otherwise.
Maybe just the name got erased?
There aren't many young people like him nowadays. So genuine and pure. To think that he just up and disappeared one day. I just hope nothing bad happened.
Could he have just moved away without telling anyone?
No, he's not the type to leave without saying goodbye. And anyway, moving away without being seen by a single person in the village, there's no way he would have been able to manage that.
Huh. Alright, thanks for the information. We're gonna go ask around some more.
Is that guests I hear?
Yeah, sure.
Medea, we're here to help you look for the guy that's gone missing.
Ah, so that's what brings you to these parts. Coming all this way for our sake.
It's not that far
That's
from
so very kind
Sumeru
of
City,
you.
dude.
With your help, I trust that young man's case is in good hands.
Could you tell
Sure.
us a bit about him?
Of course. I'm happy to help any way I can.
Are
With
you
my
though? Like, do you
failing
know about him?
eyesight, I'm afraid I can't offer much about his appearance, but I do remember hearing the sound of his voice. Not recently, of course. That loss has left me feeling quite empty. I don't think his parents are still living in the village, but somehow he never seemed lonely. In fact, he was usually the one offering companionship to others. He would often take time to visit the elderly or play with the orphans in the village.
I'm still very
Whenever
confused as to who
someone
this
had
could possibly
something on
be.
their mind, he was there to listen with open ears. He always knew just what to say.
Maybe
As
Scar?
the village chief, I owe him many thanks. Helping villagers navigate difficult moments in their lives should have been one of my responsibilities. But he was often the one
Right,
rising
no,
to
I
the
don't know. I said a
occasion.
young boy in his 20s.
He seems like such a nice and gentle person. No wonder his disappearance affected you all so much. But, you wouldn't happen to know any details about his name, address, or family situation, right?
Yeah, do you have his social security number? Maybe a credit card?
I'm ashamed to admit it, but I just can't remember. No matter how you look at it, I should know those things. But for some reason, no
Yeah, you
matter
should
how
know those
hard
things,
I
my
try
guy.
to remember, the information just doesn't come. Perhaps my age really has caught up with me.
Yeah,
this
mother's
time.
maiden name, maybe if you
It's
got it, you know.
okay.
If not, we can make
Just
do
have to
without.
try and
But it would be
remember.
nice if we had
We'll
mother's
figure
maiden
something out.
name.
Well, Traveler, what do you think?
There's probably more to this case than me. Yeah, things. How does no one know the dude's name?
I don't think so too. Like,
It's got to
the
be
name
Ermin's
thing.
Soul related, right? It's got to
so
be like
weird that
deleted
no
from
one
Ermin's
remembers his
Soul.
name. And nobody has been able to tell us anything about his family or where he lived. It's like this guy's been erased from reality or something.
Yeah. Erased from reality. Ermin's Soul. He only exists in people's memories.
So you're saying it's not that he's been erased necessarily, but more like he never existed to begin with?
Oh.
Okay, Paimon's gonna need some time to process that one. Someone who only exists in people's memories?
Could be what happened with Greater Lord Rukadvada. Yeah, right? Some sort of mass alteration of people's memories. That's what I'm saying.
You're here for the Vamara Village Commission?
Yeah.
Sure are. We were just looking into the case.
Do you have information?
I'm so glad to hear that. Thank goodness you haven't given up. I've been so worried the Adventurers Guild might cancel our commission. My name is Atosa, by the way.
All right,
I grew up here
Atosa.
in Vamara Village. Anyway, I just wanted to say, please keep searching for a missing villager. I'm begging you. You have to find him.
Listen, we'll find him or maybe like his skeleton. Maybe we can identify him via like dental records, something like that. We'll get him back one way or
No
another.
need to worry. We'll give it our best shot. So, can give us?
Oh yeah, does Paimon remember Greater Lord
I'm not sure
Rukkhadevata,
this
or
counts
is it
as a
only
lead, but
us
follow
and...
me. There's a place I'd like to show you.
Huh. Because we're outside of Irminsul. So is it only us that remembers Greater Lord Rukkhadevata, or does Paimon also? I can't remember now. Oh. Unsure. There's a point where Trevor wanted to say something but didn't. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think Paimon knows, because as far as I know, Paimon is affected by Irminsul.
Is this the place?
Yep. I know it doesn't look
Under
like
this
much,
tree.
but this place is very meaningful to me. It's so full of memories. We used to always sit together under this tree and talk. Sometimes we would look up at the clouds in the sky. Or
You and this
stop
villager
to
whose
feel the
name you
wind
can't
against our
remember. Very sussy.
skin. We could sit there for hours at a time, never realizing how long it had been. I was actually adopted by the people of Vamara village. The forest rangers found me in the woods as a child.
Who just
I
abandons a
was
child in
surrounded
the
by such
woods?
good people, and growing up in the village was
That's
so
crazy.
lively. Still, there were times when I couldn't help but feel incredibly alone.
Alone?
How should I put it? When something's bothering you, or when you have good news to share, you always want to talk about it with somebody.
Mm-hmm.
But for the longest time, I didn't know who I could talk to, or if I should say anything at all. Everyone has their own problems to deal with. Even if I might want to confide in others, I don't want to become a burden.
That's what family's for. It's too bad that you're a little forest orphan.
Really? You know exactly how I feel?
Yeah, I used to have a brother, and then he got absorbed into weird black and red boxes by some unknown god and then dropped here potentially 500 years before I got dropped here, or maybe less time. We're not really sure. Also, I don't know how old I am or how old my brother is. And then he was traveling with this guy who was from a long gone civilization called Conria. Maybe you've heard of it. It's actually, I believe the entrance is underneath the desert here in Sumeru. And so he was traveling with this guy who was actually from there many years ago, cursed with eternal life. So very sad story. And then we got separated. We met up again, but he's joined the Abyss Order. He actually is working with them. I'm sorry, I'm oversharing. Yeah, I had someone like that before.
Wow, that sounds really nice. You're quite lucky. When it
All of
comes
that
to
that I
a
just told
missing
you sounds really
villager,
nice. That's
well,
what do you? What? No,
I guess
it
you
doesn't.
could say that to me. He felt like both a family member I could rely on,
Wait, that person
and a
has
friend who
dark
could
hair
really
that's
understand me.
in this sitting
no
up in
matter
this
what
tree.
came my way, I knew I could always talk to him. He was so thoughtful.
That person didn't have
and
blonde hair; they had
pure,
dark hair.
and patient too.
Kind of looked like Scaramouche's bowl cut.
Whenever
Not gonna
I
lie.
talked to him, he would always seem so interested, as if the things I was describing were just as important to him as they were to me. Ever since he disappeared, there's been so much I wanted to tell him.
Except for his
No,
name,
no,
apparently.
none of those
Can't tell him his
things
name because you don't know
matters
it.
now. I just really want to see him again.
Wow.
And when
two
you
must have
see
been
him, you're
really
gonna
close.
say, "It's so good to see you."
Did he ever tell you anything about himself?
Mark, John,
Hmm.
Joe, Jeff.
Mostly just
Adam,
talked about interesting
Harold.
things he saw around the village.
None of that ringing a bell?
He'd share a
I'm
lot
out of
his
ideas.
own wild ideas as well. Oh, right. I did ask him about his parents once. But all he said was, they're not here anymore. I didn't know whether that meant they had left the village or passed away, and I didn't want to pry.
Still not much to go off of.
You remember so much about him, except his name.
Look at me. Talking your ear off and still nothing to show for it. I'm sorry I wasn't more help.
You should be, actually. No, I don't want to say, don't say, yeah, could be Patrick. Could be Patrick, maybe. I thought we had it with Patrick there.
The last time I talked this much in one go was when we were still together.
You and Patrick.
Oh, come to think of it, Every time we talked, it always seemed to be around dusk, just like right now.
Bro, is Patrick a
Time
ghost?
always passed by really slowly. Even when it felt like we'd been talking for hours, the sun would still be at the same position in the sky.
Well, time always seems to pass slower when you're relaxed, right? What's wrong, Traveler?
Oh my god, Arson, it might be. You're right. It was always the same time of day and time never seemed to pass. Not a regular missing persons case. Maybe if we wait for the same time of day. Bro, is he a hilly trail?
Hey,
Was it Curry
look at
Bear?
those hilly trails over there. Doesn't it seem like they're acting a little
Or
strange?
Caterpillar? I don't know. Caterpillar's from Fontaine, though, so probably not. Yeah, they are acting strange. What are you guys doing? Yo, what's this Abyss Mage up here doing?
The Abyss Order. Could they be the ones behind all of this?
Hey, what's up, little buddy?
Uh-oh, we've been spotted. Quick, get ready to fight!
Yo, but what if he just wants to talk? Okay, apparently he doesn't just want to talk.
Strike a pose!
Silence!
I thought maybe he just wanted to chat. Poor little guy.
The tides beckon.
Listen, they're just they're just living their best lives, okay? I'm sorry for what I must do. Quick, call an ambulance! But not for me. Yikes. Yo, right, Abyss Mage's squaring up against Traveler. Like,
Thank you so much.
maybe you should run when you see
I
the
wasn't
Traveler, my
expecting
guy.
monsters to show up. If you hadn't been here, I'm not sure what I would have done.
I wouldn't have seen Patrick
There's
again,
no
that's for
trouble.
sure. What's the Abyss Order? Was Patrick part of the Abyss Order? You can tell me.
Now that I think about it, the hilly trolls around Vimara village have been a lot more active lately. They seem agitated and would often attack anything in sight. Chief Amadea doesn't allow the children to play in the area around the village anymore.
Not after what happened to Patrick, I wouldn't either.
Maybe the Abyss Order really is involved. Well, we should head back and check out the situation in Vimara village just in case. If the Abyss Order is plotting something that could spell trouble for the villagers.
You don't say, Paimon. Paimon giving such valuable insight, chat. Always,
Wait a
always.
second. That person, it's Dainslev!
Bro, we got Dane! What up, Dane? My boy.
Ah, it's you two.
Where have you been, my
A friend of
baby?
yours? Well, I'll leave you all to it then. I should head back to the village and check up on Chief Amadea and the others anyway. See you later.
Beautiful man.
See you later, Atosa!
Can we talk about how many people are going to C6 Dainsleif when we have a Dainsleif banner? It is going to be a disgusting amount of people that C6 Dainsleif.
Why do you always have to pop up out of nowhere like that? Is it your life's mission to jump scare us or something?
Once a year.
It's hardly personal, or intentional for that matter. As long as you and I are both in pursuit of the Abyss Order, we're bound to cross paths.
Why can't we be in pursuit together?
So you're here to investigate the Abyss Order then?
Why can't we?
That would
Why
explain
can't you
why
just
things
join
were
me on my
happening
adventure,
now.
Dane?
Naturally. Hold on. Are you not here for the same purpose?
We're also on their trail, but I'll admit we ran into them on accident.
No matter. It may have taken you a while to catch on, but I'm sure you've also realized by now that there's something strange about this place.
Dane, I want to see you
The
without your
Abyss
mask
Order
on.
is most certainly planning something
What are
in
you
this
hiding?
area. Or worse, their plan could already be in motion.
So you think the Abyss Order is behind the hilly trail activity in the area?
I mean, it sounds
As things
legit to me.
stand, I highly doubt that is their primary motive. I would imagine the increased hilly trail activity is merely a byproduct of whatever it is they're really trying to accomplish.
Still, the hilly trail activity is causing a lot of problems for the people here. We should stick around for a while and protect the village, don't you think?
No, I don't
The
think
best
so.
way to protect them is by figuring out what the Abyss Order is truly planning. That is how we prevent further tragedy.
Well, let's see what more we can learn from the villagers And after that, you owe us a lot of explanation, young
And
man.
you shall have them. I never intended to hide anything from you.
Well, you did.
Don't worry. There should be ample time to talk.
Sit down and have tea and just drop those lore bombs. Question the villagers until eventually the sky grows dark.
Ah, so that was the commission that brought you here to Vimara village.
Yeah, do you know who he is, Dancelith?
Someone who seems to only exist in people's memories. That is indeed quite intriguing. I would agree that it's unlikely you have a simple missing persons case on your hands.
Mm-hmm.
However, any possible connection to the Abyss Order is still unclear. It appears all we have by way of clues is increased hilichurl activity.
That's a good clue.
And that is certainly not much to go off of.
Wait, that's a good clue, though. What clues do you have, Dane? None. I didn't think so.
Right!
Yeah, give me that
The
intel.
mysterious voice she
Come
heard
on.
in her brother's memory. The one who called himself a sinner. Who is he?
Mm-hmm. Talk. Was it you, Bow Keeper?
Traveler, let me ask you this. Do you believe your sibling to have betrayed you?
I want to have faith in him, but in a manner of speaking, yes.
I sense hesitation in your words. After all, you still haven't figured out the whole truth of what happened.
Well, you haven't told
There's
me.
still hope for the two of you to reconcile. Irreparable damage has not yet been done. The sinner you wish to know about, his situation is different. He and his fellow sinners have long betrayed me.
Are they
And
Conrians?
long betrayed their nation. His name is Vedderfolnir, the Visionary. I'm loath to
Vedderfolnir.
admit it, but he is also my kin, my older brother.
Vedderfolnir.
Your
Dancelith has an older brother? Oh, what really happened in Conria back then,
There
Dane?
were 5 of them, the 5 sinners of Conria.
The 5 sinners
the
of
wise
Conria?
Roptatir, the Visionary Vedderfolnir, Gold Rhindaughter,
Rhindaughter?
the Foul Sertologi, and Rehir of Solnari, Rerir.
Whoa.
No matter
Rhindaughter
how eroded my memory
one
may
that
become,
created
I will never
Albedo?
forget their names.
Is one of the 5 sinners of what?
One day, I shall have my vengeance.
Wait, some of those names sound really familiar. Rhindaughter is the one who created Albedo.
Uh-huh.
Sertologi is Skirk's master.
Oh yeah, Sertologi is Skirk's master.
And the one we just learned about, Dane's brother, Vedderfolnir. If he was the voice of the sinner, then the one who inspired Clotar to create the Abyss Order was him.
Yeah. Clotar created the Abyss Order at the behest of Vedderfolnir. Sertologi, Skirk's master, the one who's like super powerful in the Abyss, potentially like Archon level power. And then Rhindaughter is one of these 5 sinners as well, who created Albedo, and then Albedo's brother, the dragon Durin, right? The dragon from Dragonspine that killed Diluc's dad? Bro. What?
They were once people of great esteem in Conria, those who carried the hopes of the nation. They were the best of their peers, outstanding in their respective fields. 6 of us, together. We should have been the ones to prevent the disaster. The ones to stop the Vinster King from continuing to rock the foundation of the world. Yet, deep within, the 5 of them craved something more. They could not resist the call of the Abyss, and divided among themselves a power that could destroy the world.
They divided a
So they
power
became
5
sinners.
ways.
But also transcendent beings, each in possession of world-shattering power. And when
What kind of
cataclysm
power?
occurred, not one of them stood up in defense of their nation. Not one came forward to prevent the tragedy. And for that, they shall never have my forgiveness.
So wait, my brother was traveling with Dancelith and then came into contact with Dancelith's older brother.
Indeed. If they are not stopped, the day is sure to come when they will also betray the entire world.
So my brother was drawn in by Dane's brother.
Of course.
Huh.
As I said, I never intended to hide anything from you.
What? So that's why our
So,
brother's not
Dane,
traveling
what
with
have you been
Dane?
looking
Our sibling
into all
doesn't
this
travel with
time?
Dane anymore because they abandoned Dane?
I've continued to
For his
investigate
brother?
questions surrounding the Loom of Fate. It's been quite some time since the initial operation was launched.
Oh my
By
god.
retrieving the eye of the first field tiller, we were able to stop part of their plan from coming to fruition.
Oh, Paimon remembers? Weren't they going to use it to corrupt Osial and make a god or something?
Yo, that was
Indeed.
long ago.
However, it's obvious that was just some sort of technical experiment.
Isn't the... So the Loom of
The
Fate.
eye was integral to their plan, yet somehow, despite failing to obtain it, they've skipped the experimental phase and found some other way to keep moving forward.
Is our sibling just like being
There are many
manipulated or
signs
something?
pointing to
Like
that
they
effect.
can't be doing
Then
this
what should
with
we
full
do?
knowledge of what's going on, right?
It's not too late, is it?
Our most pressing concern is to determine the purpose of the Loom of Fate. From there, we'll be able to deduce the Abyss Order's true objective. Based on the intel I've gathered so far, I suspect the Loom of Fate is related to the ley lines in some way.
Mm-hmm.
The ley lines?
Traveler, you were able to observe your siblings' memories last time, yes?
Yeah.
I believe that was due to the fact that the ley lines in that area were unstable.
Bro, that quest was so
My
long ago, the
recent
Carrier quest.
investigation has shown that Abyss Order activity in a particular area is usually followed by a series of issues with the ley lines.
The one of the things that flows through ley lines are memories.
Wait, then our commission here in Vimara Village. The person who seems to exist only in people's memories. Could it be connected?
Could be. Memories, ley lines, Loom of Fate, the missing person that doesn't seem to exist. What is the connection between all
It's
this?
certainly possible. I'll join your investigation tomorrow. This missing persons case could very well turn out to be the key to unraveling these mysteries.
Could
well,
be.
if we're teaming up with Dane again, we're gonna need all the energy we can get. Let's try investigating somewhere a little further away tomorrow.
A little further away? I'm trying to stay close to home here, Paimon. Is that 4K? You like 4K? Is this 4K? Like, you like commenting? I like reading comments.
Tired.
Comment guard.
Paimon used way too much brain juice yesterday. It's all Dane's fault saying all that complicated stuff.
Brain juice. Ugh, that sounds. Ugh.
Well, let's go find Dane. We've got a lot to do today.
Let's go find Dane indeed. Talk to Dane. Hi, buddy. Hi, buddy.
Dane? Hello, Dane? Why are you just zoning out over here?
He's thinking, Paimon. He's got a lot to. He's been alive for a long time. He's got a lot to think about. What's wrong, bud?
The missing person from your commission. Could you describe them to me?
Oh, young guy? Early 20s? Seriously, Dane, what's going on?
There appear to be certain memories in my mind that weren't there before.
Oh?
Memories of him.
Memories of this dude?
Maybe we just talked too much about him yesterday and you had a weird dream or something?
No, it wasn't a dream. They're memories. Memories that suddenly appeared in my mind after I woke up. And I'm certain I've never met this person before.
What exactly did you remember?
I remember handing him the eye of the first field tiller.
What?
What? Okay, so this missing person definitely has something to do with the Abyss Order then.
Indeed. And it appears he possesses the ability to implant memories into the minds of others.
How's that possible?
All
Implant
the memories the
memories.
villagers have of him, could they be fake too? Maybe they never knew him at all. But why would he do something like that?
He's trying to sway this village?
Whatever the Abyss Order
Hold-
is planning,
Sway
an
over the
important
village?
truth has been revealed to us this morning.
What
Oh.
sort of truth?
That their goal is still to obtain the eye of the first field tiller. They haven't stopped searching for it.
Yo.
I am the only person who knows its location. Perhaps implanting that particular memory was an attempt to interfere with my mind in some way.
To try to get the location of the eye.
Your concerns are not entirely unfounded. I don't believe the Abyss Order is capable of altering reality like that just yet. However, considering their single-minded pursuit of the eye, I would say an equal level of caution is in order on our part. Come with me.
Maybe the
We
Loom of
must
Fate
check
is something
whether the
about
eye is still
altering
in our
reality.
possession.
Oh, so you're going to take us to where you hid it?
What if someone follows us? If we go straight there, someone's on our tail. Are we just exposing the eye's location? Maybe that's the reason the Abyss Order implanted the memory in the first place, to force Dane to confirm the eye's location. Given what I know of him, though, I'm sure Dane has already thought of that possibility. Seems like he might already have a plan.
Of course.
Lead the way, Dane. Chat. Playable Daneslift win.
So you hid it way out here? Not an easy place to discover, that's for sure.
Ooh,
Well, let's
this
go
place
check to see
definitely
if it's
wasn't
safe.
there before.
Traveler, wait.
Hmm? Oh, what? What's going on, Dane? What's wrong with Dane's lift?
We've no time to lose. Let's head inside.
What's wrong? No, 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 no. What was he going to tell me? And why did he just shake his head?
Hey, wait up!
Mm-mm. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Dainsliff. Wait, what are you doing here, buddy? What are you doing here, my guy?
No need to fret.
Let's bring,
I shall handle this.
let's bring father into the mix here. The most engrossed I've ever been in a story quest. Yeah, this is getting good. Anytime Dainsliff shows up, though, you know it's going to be good. Dainsliff quests are literally always peak. Alright, here we go. I keep trying to dash. And it's annoying that I can't. Ooh, some fun guy up here. Oh, a bunch of. I thought those were chests. They're just locked things. Not as exciting, but we still take those, chat. We still take those.
Overruled.
Ah, listen, Archon, you're perfect in every way. I love you so much. You're great. Never change, okay? Oh my
Appears
goodness,
the
she's so
mechanisms
strong.
here have changed over time. You can access the upper floor through the side door. Perhaps you should try reactivating the mechanism over there.
Perhaps I should. Perhaps you should try not telling me what to do, Dainsliff, okay? I got this. I am a strong, independent woman who don't need no man to tell me what to do. All right, my guy? But thank you. You're beautiful, and you never done anything wrong in your entire life. And I love you so much. Oh, look, it's a field tiller. Did he hide the eye of the first field tiller in a field tiller? That would be crazy.
There is no escape.
Time to shine!
Laid bare.
Listen, it's going to go down before I even have a chance to activate. Yeah. It died too fast, chat. Ooh. Was ist das? Oh. We have a little something something illuminated there.
Make sure all the runes are pointing in the direction indicated by the light. That should unlock the mechanism.
Alright, so this goes there. And then we can rotate that one to there. And then rotate that one to there. And then rotate that one to there.
Ah, the door's open.
Beautiful.
Let's go. Our destination is
That was
just
a
up
fun
ahead.
little, interesting little puzzle layout there. Some a little bit different. Dane, what are we doing in here? What's going on, Dainsliff? Oh, we got a little door of resurrection. Potentially a little fight coming up here. Trevor getting stuck on the pillar. So goofy.
Looks like we can't go any further.
Paimon stuck on the pillar in the back.
Be on your guard. I sense the presence of the abyss.
The presence of the abyss. Oh, he just. This pillar is really just. This pillar is just really messing up this cutscene, chat. All I saw was a pillar, so.
Order guide you. Gather.
Listen, this
Illusion
guy.
shattered. Overruled.
This guy not very intimidating. In fact, goes down disappointingly quickly. You know what I mean?
Laid bare.
Yeah. My guy. Little buddy.
There is no escape.
That sure was something.
Just as I suspected. The false memories were a trap. The Abyss Order just wanted to follow us here.
Yeah, dude.
Now that they're in the vicinity, we should have a chance to see.
What is going on?
What's wrong?
Can you feel that? There's been a disturbance in the ley lines. It
You
must
feel
be the work
disturbances
of
in the ley
Abyss.
lines like that?
Wow, you must be really sensitive to that sort of thing. Paimon doesn't feel it.
You too. Do as I say. Use that mechanism over there and leave this place.
I don't want
The
to.
Abyss Order is putting something in motion. If you return to Vimara Village, I suspect you might finally have the opportunity to locate the missing villager. Just think of it as a way to divide and conquer.
I don't believe you, Dane. Something tells me you've been compromised, and you're going to give the eye of the first field tiller to the Abyss Order. Something feels off. 100% something does not feel right here. Dane? Who this? Who this? Is this our sibling? Is this Dane's older brother? I'm guessing it's either our sibling or Dane's brother. Yeah, it was our sibling. Bro, the sword though?
I knew going along with your trap would be the only way to meet with you face to face.
The sword though?
You risked your safety and that of the Eye. That's quite the gamble, Dainsliff. But I believe that I am the one walking into a trap laid by the Twilight Sword.
The Twilight Sword? What's the Twilight
So
Sword?
You came here all on your own? What about those followers of yours?
What's the Twilight Sword?
When the Twilight Sword is prepared for battle, any army I could send would only be marching to their doom. Better that I face you alone.
What is the Twilight Sword?
I know you must have a lot to say. But if it's a conversation you want, you'll have to defeat me first.
What? Bro, you guys were besties. You traveled the world together. He doesn't want to hurt his bestie, but he will. And we don't get to see this fight scene? They have an Aether Dainsleif fight scene that we just don't get to see? Better be a cutscene. There better be a cutscene. Don't you dare off-screen this. Don't you dare. I'm warning you.
The
Oh
Abyssal
my
is on the
god.
move. The ley lines are all out of whack.
They
We
off-screened it.
better hurry back to Vimara Village and see what's going on.
Unacceptable.
Hey, look at those hilly trails over there.
They're just vibing.
Weren't they acting super agitated just a little while ago? Why are they so calm all of a sudden?
They're just chilling. I hear something.
In the new world, they bade farewell to the shrouded sun. At last, they no longer needed to dwell on their suffering, or try to differentiate between various thoughts of blasphemy. Such was the price they paid, and thus their souls became cleansed and pure.
Did you hear that? What was that sound just now?
It was...
It sounded so gentle. Could that voice be
sounded kind of like a
comforting
sibling.
the hilly trails in some way? Oh, this is weird. What?
Thanks for the fruit. Oh, this is like a... We're in like an instanced area. You can see that there's like a red border around everywhere on the map up here. We're just checking on hilly trails.
Looks like the same thing is happening over here too.
Hilly boys are
see
just
it?
calm.
We're both still here.
We're both
We've
still here.
reclaimed an endless amount of time to love.
No, it's not our sibling.
Release your tears. You no longer need to hold back your sorrow.
It's probably the missing villager. I guess.
Over there.
He said it was the same
looks like
time,
they're
and time didn't seem to
sleeping.
pass. So he's locked into
In the
this.
end, he whispered
Something.
softly, "Sleep well, Father. Sleep well, my beloved people. When you awake, that which differentiates us shall be no more."
It almost sounds like a poem or some kind of story.
Is the
Well, now that the
person
hilly trails
Kari
have
Bear
come
before he
down,
became a
Vimara
hilly
Village
boy?
should be safe at least.
No.
Let's
Because
put
he
this
was
situation
in
to
Canada.
the side for now.
Ever since he's been a
Dane
Sumeru, he's
said
been a
this
hilly boy.
might be our chance to find the missing villager, so we should head back to Vimara Village before it's too late.
Alright. Let's go back to Vimara Village. We're still in this instanced zone.
Shower me with praise.
Shower me with grace. I do love the fact that I can run on water with Farina. It makes exploring so very nice. Alright. Amadia. Madia, yada, 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 yada.
Grandpa Medea, is everyone all right? The Abyss Order seems to be up to something nearby.
The Abyss Order? This is the first I'm hearing of it.
Oh?
Thank you for your concern, but as far as I'm aware, it's been business as usual here in the village.
Yeah,
Well,
but
that's good to hear. Oh, also, you didn't happen to come across any clues about the missing villager while we were gone, did you?
you don't notice the time's not passing, do you?
Someone's gone missing, you say? Who would that be?
Okay, never mind.
Huh?
This is definitely a different reality right now. Things just got even more complicated.
You know, the young guy from Vimara Village. The one you've been looking for all this time. You posted a commission with the Sumeru Adventurers Guild. That's kind of the whole reason we're here, actually. Your missing persons commission.
Ah, I do apologize, you two. I hope I'm not worrying you too much. I'm sure it's just my age making me forgetful again.
Sure.
At least right now, I can't seem to recall whatever it is you're referring to.
But how is that?
Uh-huh.
Something's
So we're in some
definitely
weird
not
reality
right.
right now.
We just talked to Grandpa Amadia about the missing villager. There's no way he could have forgotten all about him just like that. What do you think, Traveler? Could everyone's memories of the missing villager have been erased again?
Let's check in
You're
on the
right.
others.
We should narrow down the possibilities first.
World Order narration. Talk to Baram. Alright. Baram. My merchant buddy. Tell me about the boy. Tell me
Has
about
someone's
the
gone
boy.
missing? Who?
Oh man.
Just as expected. That guy you said a bunch of nice things about earlier? The one you always used to chat with. He's around 20 years old, and you said he was a kind, warm-hearted person?
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
Give me a name. Give me a name.
Really? You remember?
Give me a
There aren't
name.
many young people who've earned that kind of praise from me. If you're certain that's what I said, then there's only one person who fits the bill. No doubt about it. But why'd you say he's gone missing?
Have you seen him recently?
Yeah, I just saw him leave the village. There was someone else with him, too. They couldn't have gone far.
And what was his name? We're not gonna ask his name? What are we doing?
Strange. Bayram seems to remember him, and apparently he just saw him? Do you think maybe it's not that there's something wrong with people's memories, but that we've somehow returned to a time before he went missing?
Their returning to the past would be that simple. Given everything Dane mentioned about disturbances with the ley lines, I'd say it's far more likely it is related to memories in some way. You just think carefully. What's really going on? Hey, we go into our deduction mode. Into deduction mode. Yes, let's see here. People have forgotten about the missing person. We've returned to a point before the disappearance took place. We are presently traversing someone's memories. Maybe we've returned to a point before the disappearance took place.
Travel back to a time before he disappeared. That could explain why the villagers said he hadn't gone missing.
Maybe.
Just like what happened with Greater Lord Rukkhadevata, no one remembers him.
I think we need to submit this one.
Right.
We're in someone's
I
dream.
totally forgot about the
Or in their
Leyline
memories.
disturbances.
We're in someone's head
You're
right
in
now.
Someone else's memory. Just like how you entered your sibling's memory last time. That would
Yeah.
also explain why we seem to be at a time before he went missing. It's
This is our
like,
chance to
if
find
he's
him.
someone who only exists in people's memories, then we're finally on the same turf. But didn't Bayron just say that he saw him leave the village with someone?
Probably that
Well, we
girl
should
that he
go
goes
look
and
for
sits in a
him.
tree with.
Who knows how long this ley line disturbance is gonna last? We might not have that much time, and we don't even know whose memory this is.
Let's go through what we know so
That'll help
far.
us narrow things down.
Deduction mode again?
Pretty much figured out that the missing villager has the ability to
Implant memories into others.
that. Could we try to figure out more about him using what we know of his ability? Like, does it maybe leave a trace that would somehow give him away?
Implanting memories in the mind of others must be an imperfect process. No way the new memories are perfectly blended with the old ones. There has to be some kind of tell. Time does not pass.
Time is allowed to pass within the false memories. There's a higher chance they might conflict with someone's original recollection. That would make it much harder to avoid suspicion.
Also,
All
scenes
the
from
memories
memories are not.
seem to be
Yeah.
set in or near Vimara village. But I'm still not sure if they're restricted to this location. There's a difference between memories that arise from lived experiences and those that are implanted into the mind.
I'm going to say time does not pass.
No wonder! All this time in the
Yep,
sky
yep, yep,
hasn't
yep, yep.
changed a bit. That must mean time isn't passing. That's the tell
Yeah.
of the fake memories.
That's why the girl was saying that she saw him at the same
The
time, and
implanted
time
memories
seemed
are
to stand
basically
still.
taking place outside of the regular 24 hours of the day. If the
Mm-hmm.
memories included the regular passage of time, it would be easy for people to tell that something was off. Like there could be overlap or something. People might start to wonder why they remember doing two different things at the same time of day. That's why he makes sure the memories take place at a specific moment in time,
If we consider this in conjunction with what we already know, the question of whose memory this is seems to have an obvious answer. It's Atosa's.
The color of the sky.
It's totally Atosa's.
Right!
Hmm, come to think of it, every time we talked, it always seemed to be around dusk. Just like right now.
Yup.
Time always passed by really slowly. Even when it felt like we'd been talking for hours, the sun would still be at the same position in the sky.
Yep, that has to be it! This is definitely Atosa's memory.
To the
Yeah,
tree. I knew it. We're gonna head to the tree. Let's see. Who is she going to be talking to? Come, father. We must go. We must be off. God, the sight's so cool. Bro, is that Clothar? Is that Clothar? He kind of looks like Clothar. That looks like a young Clothar. Maybe. He's got similar robes. Maybe it's not.
So, you see, Granny Jahiet was a mercenary when she was younger. She just talks like that out of habit. She's not trying to scare the children on purpose. Oh, there I go again. Always talking about my own things. Do you maybe have anything you want to share? It's okay if you don't. You could also just talk about what you think of me?
It definitely looks like Clothar. Clothar's from the Kari Bear quest. Kari Bear's dad. The one who, like, apparently started the Abyss Order at the behest of one of the sinners, apparently.
Oh, I think you're an incredibly strong and thoughtful young woman. You'll meet many amazing people and live a very happy life. You won't miss someone like me.
Yeah, he's got Connery eyes.
Are those your friends over there?
Hey, Dimmy Mark, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the dojo. Os deep bows. He's got the Connery eyes. Hi there, bud. Looks kind of familiar. Like Clothar.
Oh, right! This version of Atosa hasn't met us yet.
Friends? I guess you could say that. It must have taken them a lot of effort to find me. So, I should see what they need. I'm sorry, Atosa. We'll have to continue this conversation another time.
Another time, huh? Yeah, okay. I'll head back to the village then.
Dang.
Talk to you some other time.
She down bad for this guy. Hi there, Clothar. How you doing?
It's nice to see you, Traveler. I believe this is the first time we've met.
Unless you're not Clothar. You're someone else. Who are you? Are you Kari Bear? Yo, yeah, this is definitely Clothar, right?
The founder of the Abyss Order.
And it can't be Kari Bear. Is it Wait, Kari Bear took his mask off at the end of the Kari Bear quest. Could this be Kari Bear?
Born into abject sorrow, he shall now become the loom of fate.
It could be Kari Bear.
Dane's brother. One of the 5.
Is this Kari Bear?
You're Kari Bear Alberic.
Yo.
You know me? That's quite the surprise. I don't believe I've met you before.
I met you when you were a hilly churl.
I see. It was the memory, wasn't it? Your sibling's memory. You saw the me from back then.
Yeah, the hilly churl you.
This is Atosa's memory. I came here to say goodbye to her, but I suppose I'll just leave her a message instead. Come, let's find somewhere else to talk.
Okay, Kari Bear. Bro. Kari Bear who became the Loom of Fate? He took his mask off. Kari Bear. What does this say? Translation, please. What does that say? No, all the sinners were in Alberic's. Clothar Alberic was influenced by one of the sinners to found the Abyss Order. He was influenced by Dane's older brother. Ooh, this is cool. Where are we here? Kari Bear. So Kari Bear was a Hilichurl who removed his mask and apparently didn't die, but maybe he just became part of the Loom of Fate. I'm sure we're going to find out. I assumed that he died when he took his mask off, but I guess not. The proof of existence. Unless he exists only within memories. Maybe he's inside the Loom of Fate right now. He's existing inside the Loom of Fate, potentially. Wait, is this place Kari Bear?
You could call it the realm of my consciousness. I'm someone who no longer exists in the real world after all, as you well know.
Okay, so he doesn't exist in the real world. After he took off his mask, he did become part of the Loom of Fate?
It's nothing. I still have enough strength to play the part of a good host. I've always hoped that I'd get the chance to talk to you like this, and now the time has finally arrived.
Or as much information for Kari Bear as I can, yeah. What happened to you, Kari Bear?
Sorrow and pain. Hope and regret coursing through your veins. And a degree of abyssal power that defies comprehension. Father told me that once I possessed all those elements, I would become the Loom of Fate.
Like he is the Loom of Fate?
Despite his intentions for me.
Oh no.
I never truly became the Loom of Fate. I was merely used as a means for its construction. In truth, I died the moment I set everything in motion. The person you see before you now is nothing but a remnant of consciousness left over within the Loom of Fate.
Kari Bear's dead. That's why he's only in people's memories.
The Loom of Fate is a device capable of weaving ley lines.
Weaving ley lines?
It can only be used to create and implant memories. But as more of it is completed, its power becomes stronger and stronger, until finally, it has the power to weave real ley lines of its own.
You weave
Once
new
fully
ley
completed, the moment it gains the power to weave ley lines, it loses the lower level ability to influence memories.
Oh.
But it also becomes a tool that can change the entire world.
Yeah, I can change the workers and weave the ley lines together.
Yes. I have the ability to control the loom in its semi-completed form. I suppose you can think of it as a form of compensation. After all, its existence cost me my life.
Jesus. They're implanted by Kari Bear. I'm still lost to why he went so far as to introduce himself to all the residents of Vimara Village. Did he just want to be, like, included?
That. I was wrong to implant those memories.
Is he just...
Sorry I caused so much trouble.
He just wanted to
not only
feel
for
like he had a
everyone in the
life?
village, but for you as well. I just wanted them to feel like I once existed in this world.
Yeah.
As if I had a chance at life.
Oh, Kari Bear. That's so sad.
I know what you must be thinking. Why would I do something so meaningless?
Well, maybe it's not meaningless to him.
But I just couldn't accept it. I had to know what it would be like if I had my own life. What kind of person I would be. What other people would think of me. Chief Ahmadiyya, Baram, Granny Jahiyat, Atosa.
Aww.
What would it be like if I could live alongside them? No cataclysm, no curse. Just a quiet life in a peaceful village. I was curious, so I selfishly tried to have my own life. Even if that meant piecing together the version of myself that could have been. One memory at a time.
That's really sad.
Stupid.
That's not stupid at all, Kari Bear.
After all, my life ended a long time ago. Any chance at living was stripped away from me when I was 8 years old.
8 years old.
My consciousness left to mature in an illusory world of nothingness. Even the form you see before you was nothing but an invention based on my father's appearance. An imagined version of what I would look like if I had the chance to grow up.
Oh my god, that's heartbreaking. A sense of the tragedy that occurred in Kanya back then. Everyone is looking for you.
But there's nothing I can do to make them find me. If I could exist in the real world, I would return without a second thought and surprise them with the suddenness of it all. But, well, that's not possible for me.
Even though you only appeared in the memories, your existence was a great comfort to them. They all believed you once lived among them.
I know.
Oh, can we give him a hug? Well, now that I found you, let's continue this conversation some other time. Dane might still need my help.
Captain Dainsleif. Twilight Sword, you mean?
Oh?
No need to meet up with him. Things should already be settled on his end.
Captain Twilight Sword? What do you mean? Captain Dainsleif of the Twilight Sword? Settled?
Exactly. As someone who could only exist in people's memories, the fact that I'm able to talk to you in my consciousness like this can only mean one thing. The Loom of Fate has already been completed.
Oh shit. What? The Loom of Fate is completed? They have the Eye of the First Field Tiller? Dang!
No need to worry about Captain Dainsleif. He's absolutely fine.
Oh?
The only reason he lost the eye was because I happened to guess exactly what he was planning. Captain Dainsleif has had the eye inside his body this whole time, hasn't he?
In his body?
His plan was to lure the Abyss Order to a false location, capitalizing on their pursuit of the eye in order to have the chance to confront the prince. He would then hand the eye to you and tell you to take it away from that location.
But he
That
didn't
way,
do that.
Captain Dainsleif could accomplish his own goal and ensure the safety of the eye all at once. A very thorough plan.
He never handed me the eye.
That's right. Because in his mind, he had given it to you already.
Gave Dane a false memory. You made him think
Before
that?
you two entered that false location.
Ah. That's what it was when he was
Traveler, wait.
wait, What?
We've no time to lose. Let's head inside.
So he implanted the memory that he was going to give it to me then. But he implanted the memory that he already did it. False memory is being
That was when
implanted.
I implanted the memory of him handing you the eye. Given the tense situation at that time, Captain Dainsleif failed to notice anything out of the ordinary. I'm sorry, Traveler, but I needed the Loom of Fate to be completed.
Dane had the eye this whole time until the Abyss Order took it away. What are you planning to do with it?
I'm not trying to conceal anything from you, but I truly have no idea what the prince is planning. Teyvat's
Bro.
ley line system is deeply entrenched in the planet. Creating new ley lines can neither replace nor extend the ones that already exist. In the face of everything they could be planning, I fear I'm too insignificant to even get a glimpse of the bigger picture.
Don't say that, Carrie
In any
Bear.
case, I had my own use for the Loom of Fate, and my goal, at least, has been achieved.
Your
Remember
goal?
my father, don't you? Clotar Alberic. I believe you saw him in your sibling's memory.
Yeah. We talked to
After
Clotar.
he used the power of the Abyss to restore consciousness to
Oh wait,
my
no, that was all in the
form,
memories, right?
I suffered from an indescribable level of mental anguish.
Oh,
To
Carrie
comfort
Bear.
me, my father told me a story. That this was a fairy tale world where I had to take on the form of a little monster. That story managed to dispel my fears. Even if just for a moment. My
Yeah,
goal
Miku, I
was
thought the
simple.
same.
To use the Loom of Fate in its near completed form. When its ability to create memories was at its strongest. To implant a specific memory into the minds of the Hilichurls.
Trying to just
In that
do with all
memory-
the hilly churls.
I would tell them a story. Just like my father did for me. It was a story of fairy tales and love.
Oh.
But more than anything, it was the story of us.
It's just trying to make all the Hilichurls less scared. Oh. The only thing he wanted was to just calm the Hilichurls down.
I can't change the world. Not when I lost the very right to exist within it. Implanting those memories, that was the most worthwhile thing I could offer. All that's left of my existence is a wisp
so
of residual
sad.
consciousness tied to the loom of fate. In truth, that trace of my consciousness should have dissipated long ago. My goal was the one thing that allowed me to hold on all this time. But now, the bedtime story is finished. And it's finally time to rest.
Kari Bear. Cutscene. Rest now, Kari Bear. You have earned it. Farewell, Kari Bear.
Looks like I was too late to see Kari Bear one last time.
Hi there. Are you really here? No. Wow.
Kari Bear's consciousness
Ow.
is gone, and this space will soon disappear along with it. Neither of us belongs here. That's why we're not tangible. Were that not the case, I'd love to hug you too.
Oh?
Well,
So they're
how
there.
about a conversation?
They're both there, but they don't belong there. So they can't touch each other. They're not tangible because they're not supposed to be in this
The chance
space,
to just stop
even
and
though they
talk
are
like
really
this is
there.
certainly not easy to come by. Wouldn't you agree?
So we finally found our sibling. We're sitting down talking to them, actually face to face, but because of the situation, because we're not supposed to be inside this loom of fate reality, we can't actually touch each other because we're not tangible. Oh my god.
That battle earlier was tough. The
Wow,
one against
Dane.
Dane, I mean. I didn't expect that after everything, he would still hesitate to raise his sword against me.
Because
Were
he
it not for that,
loves you, dude.
perhaps I'd still be no match for the Twilight Sword. Even after 500 years.
What are you going to do with the loom of fate?
The Loom of Fate, huh? I still haven't found a way to utilize it to its full potential. But there's still time.
Yeah, but what are you trying to do with it, dude?
Before the heavenly principles awaken.
Wait, what? Before the heavenly principles awaken?
Yes. For 500 years now, ever since the cataclysm in Conria, there's been no sign of activity.
Wait, hold up.
Not long ago, you witnessed the Hydro Archon destroy her divine throne. Yes?
Hold up.
Such a flagrant disregard for the rules. And still Celestia took no action. I suppose that's proof enough of the heavenly principles situation.
Yo,
However,
Celestia's asleep?
heavenly principles will awaken.
Celestia's
We just don't
slipping
know
up
when
there?
That will be, or what might trigger it.
Celestia up there snoozing the alarm clock?
You could say that. Just look at Kari Bear. He was so pure and single-minded. The space we now find ourselves is a perfect representation of who he was. Quiet and peaceful, even as a hilly churl. Seeing the terrible sight within the mirror wasn't enough to taint his spirit. He brought comfort to the people of this world, even though he was denied the very right to be a part of it. So ask yourself this. Who was it that deprived him of that right to exist? Of course,
The heavenly principles, I
that's only
guess.
one example. My feelings about the heavenly principles are too complicated to explain in just a few words.
Can you try? Could you give me like the Spark Notes version of your feelings of the heavenly principles, bro?
Lumine?
You're the only one in this world who calls me that. There's so much I wanted to ask you. But for some reason, I'm not interested in asking those questions right now.
But I'm interested.
One thing I have to ask. One thing I could never understand.
Oh.
Why can't we continue our journey together?
Yeah, dude. Why can't you just come and hang out with
my
me?
Journey, I arrived at a place known as the Sea of Flowers at the end. Do you remember? A long time ago, when we traveled between worlds together.
Y'all are trailblazers.
You told me. You wanted to find a place in the universe where that one flower was in full bloom. To have a place like that suddenly appear before me? Well, would you think of that as a coincidence?
You mean?
I miss you too, Lumine. But as this war continues to rage, and as I continue to seek that final answer, I don't even know how to face myself sometimes. Let alone my own sister.
But he's just... he's confused and ashamed of what he's
This space
done.
lost its tether. I doubt it'll be able to exist much longer. In fact, aside from our ability to physically interact with each other, there's something else you should know about this space. With Kari Bear gone, we won't be able to remember anything that happened here. Everything in this space will be wiped from existence, including all memory of our reunion.
Oh.
You're only telling me this now?
What? Oh, come on. No.
Still so sleepy.
I mean, obviously the point was that we know
Head feels all
as
fuzzy.
players.
Oh, Paimon woke up a little earlier than you, so Paimon will fill you in. The villagers said that they saw us sleeping near the village yesterday. They couldn't wake us up no matter how hard they tried, so they decided to just bring us back here. Oh, and Dane came by just now. It looked like he was injured. He didn't say anything, though. Just made sure that you were all right and left.
Dang.
Kinda seemed like he had a lot on his mind, but that's Dane for ya.
He never changes, does he?
Let's think for a second. We were in that memory, and we saw that guy you called Kari Bear. He was the missing villager that we've been trying to find, right? And after that, Paimon doesn't remember what happened. Wait,
Remember the Loom of Fate? So I remember that? I guess our commission is complete then. The missing villager, the person who only existed in people's memories, was Kari Bear all along. So we don't remember anything after Kari Bear left. Not sure how to explain things to the
what happened
villagers.
after that?
I can't seem to remember. Something happened. Feels like I lost something.
Ah, there you are. Sleep well?
Yeah, Byron.
Mayra? You sure seem happy. Did something good happen?
Something good? Huh. Wasn't anything good or bad, I'd say. It's just that, well, the village organized another search party yesterday. It didn't feel right to leave all the searching to the adventurers. So there we were, searching away, when suddenly this one guy said it all came back to him.
Oh?
According to him, one day around dusk, he was passing by this one tree outside the village, and he saw our missing villager.
Was it Dane?
There he was, sleeping under that tree all by himself. His parents came a little later to wake him up, and they all left together. They looked like quite a happy family, apparently.
Aww.
And after that, well, we all started to feel like that really is what happened. Kind of strange that we forgot all about it for so long.
Oh?
Oh, and we also remembered his name, Curry Bear.
Yeah, it's...
Now, that's not a name
Who?
you hear every day.
Did Curry Bear
It'd be
implant
helpful
that
if we
memory
remembered
before
his
he
name.
left? Was that like Curry Bear's last... Was that like Curry Bear's last act? To implant that fake memory into everyone so they would stop looking for him? Makes you
Well,
remember
I
it this
hope he's
time.
happy wherever he is. And we're all relieved now that we know what happened.
Seems like everyone thinks Curry Bear left the village. That's probably for the best. At least they have some sort of explanation now.
Curry Bear's gone, and the Loom of Fate is now complete.
Paimon wonders how Atosa's doing. Maybe we should go check on her. If she hasn't remembered like everyone else, we can tell her what happened. Paimon didn't see her in the village just now, so she's probably at the tree. Come on, let's go talk to her.
Poor Atosa. She loved Curry Bear, though. Bro. I feel like we learned a decent amount, though. We learned about the 5 sinners. We didn't have information on the 5 sinners before. Dane's older brother.
Hey, Atosa, how's it going?
Oh, it's you two. I was just about to go looking for you. I wanted to thank you. I was part of the search party, so I remembered what happened to Curry Bear now.
Aww.
Honestly, I just can't believe I forgot something so important.
Maybe he wanted you to
He
forget him.
always seemed to appear out of nowhere, and now he left just as quickly. If Curry Bear wants me to forget about the time we spent together, then I'm willing to try. I relied on him for a lot of things, but I'm sure with enough time, even the deepest of attachments can fade.
Aww.
Okay, I'll admit, I'm just putting on a brave face. I was dumped, wasn't I? Otherwise, why would he just leave like that without saying goodbye?
He had his reasons, Atosa.
You don't need to comfort me. It's just like Curry Bear said. It's the things we overcome that make life more precious. And you know, if he has a heart, maybe he'll come back and see me one day.
I don't think so.
Anyway,
He's been dead for a long
thanks for all your
time.
hard work, you two. I promised I'd help Granny Jahiet with something, so I should head back.
Well, that should be it, right? Oh, right. Weren't you about to tell Paimon what happened after your conversation with Curry Bear?
I don't know. I can't remember. Something
A
here in my
picture?
pocket.
Where'd that come from? Let Paimon see.
Oh. You must get along with each other, the two of you. So Curry Bear did put a picture in our pocket. Oh. See, I don't feel like we waited from 3.4 to 4.7 for a meaningless quest in the end, though. Because it gave us a lot of lore. Traveler knows now about the 5 sinners. Traveler knows now about Dane's older brother. We learned that Reindoder is one of the 5 sinners. We learned that Skirk's master was one of the 5 sinners. And then we also learned about the purpose of the Loom of Fate and more about what the Abyss Order is planning to do with the Loom of Fate. And then we, as players, got to learn more about the relationship between the siblings, which obviously will be revealed or maybe remembered at a later quest by us. A pretty meaningful thing.